Right, morning guys. I just thought I'd give you a quick chat on my choice of batteries. My leisure batteries, I've had them 2 years and they're gone. They're lead acid. They were 110 amps each, maybe 115 amps each. And to be honest, I abused them. I didn't understand them when I put them in. I bought cheap. Because of that, I wanted to see what I could do. I've got 400 watts of solar, and I've got 500 watt wind turbine, which keeps them topped up quite nicely. But I did run them flat. I ran them completely flat a couple of times, just by leaving the fridge on and bits and pieces like that, which I now know you're not supposed to do. I've now fitted some more equipment so I can gauge how much power I've got left in my batteries, and you're supposed to use like you can only use 50%. So if you've got 500 amp hours of battery, you can run it down to 250 amp hours, and then you've got to stop. You can't go any lower. You're going to knacker your batteries if you use lead acid. The price difference is quite considerable, and that's what's made me decide to go with lead acid again. I've got 4 lead acid batteries, 120 amp hours each, so technically 60 amp hours each. I don't run much electrics, apart from obviously GPS, radio and that sort of thing. I don't tend to run my fridge. If I do, I run it during the day when the solar can run it, and I turn it off at night. So I don't really run that much. I've got electronic helm, but I've also just fitted a hydro vane, so I don't even need it for that. Main reason for that choice, gotta tell you, cost. Absolutely. When you weigh everything up, if you look at everybody, especially the big YouTube channels, they're all going with lithium batteries. I can buy 3 sets of these, and these are guaranteed for 3 years, remember. I can buy 3 sets of these for 1 lithium battery, and I'd need 4 lithium batteries, and I'll run through the costs now. The costs are, so for a lithium battery, which would be at 100 amp hours, instead mine are 120 amp hours, but a lithium, but you can run that flat, so it is 120 amp hours, whereas mine's technically 60. £700 each, and I needed 4. So I could have got away with 2 maybe, but you were still looking at £1,400 for 2. You know, £2,800 for 4. That's stupid money. I can't afford that. I'm not a liverboard, as in a liverboard. I am on it a lot, an awful lot. My wife would probably say too much. And I do plan on having going for a long sale this year. More about that later. So this is the reason for all the upgrades I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, I can't afford £2,800 on batteries. I'd like to, but I can't. The next one to that would have been gel batteries, and there's the argument that they're safer and so on and so forth. But the amount, again, I think you can only run, I think you can run them like 60% flat, but to warrant what you can get out, what you're going to gain, doesn't work for me. And they were £144 each. Then you've got AGM batteries, which is like lead acid but better ones. They've got better plates in them, I think. Don't quote me on that, Google it. They're £105 each, the cheapest I could find, and these are all relative. These are 120 amp hour 12 volt batteries. And then the lead acid ones that I got are 3 years guarantee, £70 each. So like I said, 2 for 1 in the gel, you know, pretty much 2 for 1 for AGM as well. And lithium, it's a no-brainer for me. I can't afford that. I'm working on a tight budget now, so I don't want to throw all my money away on batteries and not actually be able to go sailing. These batteries are going to last me 3 years. The whole lot cost me £270, £280. Yeah, £280 it's cost me for the lot. A bit of change out of that, I think. And they'll do me fine, absolutely fine. They'll see me through what I want to do. I'm basically going to be livable for the next about 18 months, 2 years. And they're guaranteed for 3 years. Whether they'll work when I'm abroad and they'll take them back then, I don't know, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. So yeah, so I'll talk you through the batteries I've got. So there's not much room here, as you can see, but these are the batteries. They're just Probat bat, I think they're called Probat batteries. Take them out of the box. There's a lot of packaging, but yeah. So they're Probat batteries. Brand new. There was issues with a lot of people were finding they were trying to get brand new batteries and they were second hand. These are genuinely brand new. They're 12.7 across the board. I've tested them all, and they're 12.7. Don't know if you can see that. So I'm happy with that. The same right across. That one's 12.74, the bottom one. But there's less than an amp in it, so I'm more than happy with that. They're all ready to go. Connectors on the other batteries I had. There was the little nut and bolt one on the side there, and unfortunately these don't have them, so I'm going to have to go and get some more connectors for it. But other than that, they're ready to go. There is a weight issue, I suppose. Lithium ones weigh a fraction of what these weigh, but I'm no racing boat. The amount of stuff I've added to it over the years, it's not going to make much difference. So, and I'm taking out like for like. So hopefully these should fit straight in. We will see. As you can see from here, leisure battery 1 and 2 are actually inside the engine bay, and they're wired up directly there. And then there's 2 other batteries the other side of that wall under the gangway stairs. On the left hand and right hand side there's batteries 3 and 4. The battery in the middle is actually the battery for the engine. It's pretty much the setup that I had on the boat when I got it. I just had to put the 2 more leisure batteries under the stairs. As you can see here, I've extended it either side by about 2 to 3 inches just to give it enough room to get the extra batteries in. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you want any more information, leave a message below.